All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? So today, what I want to do is go over the amendments one more time, the memory aids. I'm not going to do the Bill of Rights. I'm just going to cover 11 through 27. So after we go through this, fill out the notes as I go through this, and then take the Quizlet matching and practice test after you do this. Okay, guys? So again, we're just going to go through here and go over some of these memory aids. Once again, type in the memory aid into the Google Doc after I've gone over it. So let's start with the 11th Amendment. So the 11th Amendment, basically what the 11th Amendment says, citizens of one state cannot sue another state in a federal court. They must use that state's courts. So here you see the picture, the guy in North Carolina saying, Texas, I'm going to sue you. And then Texas said, if you're going to sue Texas, you got to sue Texas in Texas. Meaning you can't use the federal courts if you are a resident of another state to sue another state. Okay, you have to sue within that state's court system. Now the memory aid is 1 versus 1. So a person versus a state. Imagine you can't do it in federal court. It has to be in that state. So it's 1 versus 1, a person versus the state. No federal government involvement. Okay. Next, the 12th Amendment. So the 12th Amendment, members of the Electoral College vote using separate ballots with president and vice president. This was resulted from some of the problems with the original Constitution electing the president. One year they had a tie. How it used to work is whoever came in first became president. Whoever came in second became vice president. You can see the problems that they would have. So what members of the Electoral College do now is they vote separately. You vote for president, and then they vote for vice president. And it avoids, it got rid of that whole system of first and second place, and it helps avoid ties as well in the Electoral College. And the memory aid here is 1 and 2. So you have 12. So 1 would be president and vice president. They're separated. Like in the number 12, they're separated. So 1 and 2, vice president and president, the ballots are separated when the Electoral College votes. Okay, now 13, 14, 15 are all going to be the Civil War amendments, right? So 13 was free because the 13th freed the slaves. The 14th made anybody born in the U.S. a citizen. It did a whole lot of other stuff, but that's mainly what we focus on. And the 15th Amendment gave African-American males the right to vote. So the way to remember all three of these is free citizens vote, that phrase, free citizens vote. 13th freed the slaves, created citizenship rights for anybody born in the United States, and then it granted the right to vote. Remember, these three amendments were basically to bring African Americans out of slavery and into American life. The 16th Amendment is the income tax. This is not the best memory aid here. So there's an X in 16, and there's an X in tax. Hopefully you can remember. You see 16, you'll think taxes, income tax. Okay. The 16th Amendment allowed the federal government to tax our incomes. And we went over how it's a graduated system. The more money you make in the U.S., the higher percentage of your income that you're going to pay in taxes. Excuse me. 17th senators. 17 senators. We now directly elect our senators. They used to be picked by the state governments, which created a whole bunch of problems with corruption. So in order to give the people more power, more direct say in the government, you go to the ballot and vote for your senators directly. Okay. Senators are elected every 6 years. Members of the House every 2 years. So senators, 17 senators. 18. Okay, 18th Amendment is prohibition, right? So 18 years old, you're adult, but you can't drink legally. Okay. So the 18th Amendment got rid of alcohol, or you can think of 1800 tequila, alcohol. Hopefully in your mind that associates 1800 alcohol legal. Okay. Prohibition. Did it work? No, it did not. It led to an increase in organized crime. It didn't solve any of society's problems. It was a major kind of disaster, really, the whole Prohibition era. The 13 years Prohibition occurred was not good for the United States. 19 for the Queens. 19 for the Queens. Queens are women. Women can vote. 19th Amendment. Finally, women are given the right to vote in 1920. We're approaching the 100-year anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment this year. Big event. 19 for the Queens. 20. January 20th is Inauguration Day. This amendment shortened the lame duck session. Remember, there's a period of time between when the president is elected and when they actually take office. This amendment shortened that time period, okay? So they're elected in November. They take office January 20th. They used to not take office until much later, okay? And that creates a whole lot of problems. The 21st Amendment. I skipped the 21st Amendment. 21st Amendment repealed prohibition. Okay, I don't think there's a memory. The 21 to drink, right? I don't know how that got removed out of here. But just remember, 21 to drink. 21 got rid of prohibition. 22, the 22nd Amendment, two-term president. Okay, you can only serve 2 4-year terms as president. 22, easy one to remember. 23 in D.C. Okay, gave Washington, D.C. 3 electors in the Electoral College. Basically, what that means is people in Washington, D.C. can now vote for president. Okay, because of an increase in population, like millions of people were being disenfranchised, having their the right to vote taken away. So the 23rd Amendment gave 3 electors to the Electoral College to Washington, D.C. And now people in D.C. have a say in the presidential election. Okay? 24, pay no more. Okay, this on the poll taxes. The tax to vote. A poll tax was basically targeted towards African Americans. This was passed in the 1960s, ratified in the 1960s to kind of help African Americans get out to the vote, to stop these kind of practices of governments that were preventing African Americans from casting their ballot. 25 in line or 25 alive. Here you see a picture of LBJ taking the oath of office in Air Force One after JFK was assassinated. So in the Constitution, there's no clear line of succession. Like if the president dies, who becomes president? If that person dies, then who becomes president? There's no real clear line. So this amendment establishes that clear line of succession. Okay, president, vice president, speaker of the House, and so on and so forth. Okay. 25 in line or 25 alive. 26 is the 18 to vote amendment, the old enough to fight, old enough to vote amendment. Okay, so this lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. 18-year-olds can now vote. You have to think about this is in the era of the Vietnam War, when young men and women are going to war. Okay, women are directly in combat roles at this time, but women are serving in Vietnam for sure in various roles. So they're serving in a war zone, but they come home and they can't vote. Doesn't make much sense. So this now lowers that voting age from 21 to 18. Okay. 2 + 6 is 8. If you see the 26th Amendment, I know this is probably not the best memory, but 2 + 6 is 8, 18 to vote. Okay, 2 + 6 is 8, 18 to vote. The 27th Amendment, when members of Congress raise their pay, they must wait until after their next election before that raise takes effect. Okay, this is to avoid, I'm going to raise my pay and it takes effect immediately. They don't have to face the voters. This makes members of Congress face the voters before they get any pay raise. Okay, I can't think of a memory aid for this one. So if you on the assignment, if you put down any ideas that you have, I'll put some bonus points in gradebook for you. Okay. So again, fill out these notes. Put the memory. You just need to type in the memory aids. I should have been more clear at the beginning of the video. All that needs to go in that side on the notes is the memory aids. Okay. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Peace.